Hey everyone, I'm going to take a couple minutes to explain what you need to do to complete the research and plagiarism assignment from this week. So first things first, you're going to want to make sure that you've gone through all the material in the week 3 module. Like literally these questions and answers come straight from those 2 lessons on research getting started and using sources and avoiding plagiarism. Alright, second thing is this is a file submission assignment, so you will need to upload a file to complete this. I have attached the assignment sheet to the instructions, so you can use that to fill in your answers if you want, or you can copy and paste it in some other program and whatnot. If you're unable to do this as a file submission, please reach out to me so that we can come up with an alternative for you, right? But the assignment is broken down into 2 parts. Part 1 is all about research getting started. And you're basically just going to answer some questions that went along with the lesson. First question, what are 3 important steps you should take in order to get focused as you begin your research? Type your answers in the spaces below. Next question, briefly explain each of the following terms. Type your answers in the spaces below. So you're going to explain primary sources, secondary sources, and tertiary sources. The next question, it says, what are the 6 Boolean operators? Type your answers in the spaces below. You don't need to explain them or what each one does. Just tell me what they are. Got it? Next question. When creating a working bibliography, what 3 things should you include when you annotate a source? Type your answers in the spaces below. Next question, what are the 3 guidelines to keep in mind when deciding if you should use material from a particular source? Type your answers in the spaces below. The last question for this part, what are the 3 ways you can incorporate source material into your paper? Right, so you've decided that you are going to use information from this source. What are the 3 ways you can incorporate that information in the paper? Type your answers in the spaces below. The next part, part 2, is all about using sources and avoiding plagiarism. So part 2 goes along with that second lesson in this week's module. First question is, how much of your research paper should be your own ideas and words? Choose the correct answer. Next question, how much of your research paper should be source material? Choose the correct answer. Question 3, what is plagiarism? List 5 answers in the spaces below. Next question, what are the 3 big reasons plagiarism is a serious offense? Type your answers in the spaces below. Next question, what are 4 things you can do to avoid plagiarism? Type your answers in the spaces below. And the last question, list 4 other source abuses that you should avoid and explain what each one is. Type your answers in the spaces below. There are quite a few to choose from in the lesson. I want you to choose 4 of those other source abuses. But don't just list 4, you have to explain what each one is, right? Okay, so again, all of these questions go right along with the 2 lessons from this week's module. So, keep that in mind as you're looking for the answers. It's due Sunday at 11:59. If you have any questions or run into any problems, let me know.